Hi, I'm Leanne.
I'm Jeannie.
And we're the Loose
Thread
Thread Stitchers. Welcome. Today is March 18th, the day after St. Patrick's Day.
It is now afternoon. We did start this morning. We'll try this again.
Technology is so much fun. I just love it. This is episode number 3. So we had a question from one of our comments from Deb, and she wanted to know, last time we talked about a ruler wall, and she wanted to know what our ruler wall is, so I told her I'd try to take some pictures of, it's really a yardstick wall, so I will show you what that looks like.
We kind of use the yardsticks as like a curtain rod almost to hang our small projects on.
Right. So this is what my yardstick wall looks like. Do you believe this? There. And the yardsticks are across the top. I have 2 rows, and they're across the top to hold the little quilts. And then when you put the yardsticks on, you screw them into the wall, but you screw them onto, I cut up 2, it's like a 2-inch square. Oh, shoot. Oh.
Here are some results.
Anyway, yeah, behind the yardsticks, you got to have them come away from the wall.
Just a little bit. And so I take 2 pieces of yardstick about 2 inches square, and I put them behind the wall, and then you screw into those so you have space for your hangers to hang. And I think this other picture, you could see the hangers a little better there.
You could use furring strips or whatever, just so they don't show behind the yardsticks.
Yes, and you need a little bit of space so that the curtain holders will...
The little clips, you're actually butting up the yardsticks end to end.
Yes, and these are what the little hangers look like. They have a little hook on them, like that. And you can get them in different colors. They can. This is called antique brass. I think they have black. I think they have white. They might even have another color, silver. And that's how you do that. And we got that idea from Primitive Gatherings, Lisa Bongian. If you go back, it's either in her blogs or I think it's her blogs. She has pictures. Her studio, her one whole wall is just, she has like 4 rows of yardsticks with quilts, so it's solid. It's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. If you can, it was a few years ago that she showed that.
They are nice.
They are very, very nice. And it's fun to make, I like to make little quilts,
yes.
And so does Jeannie. So it's just a nice place to display them, and you can take some down sometimes when you have a full wall and put up. She's very seasonal. She has lots of seasonal quilts. So that way she takes them down, puts up, spring and then.
I gotta take St. Patty's Day down now. Put up Easter.
Yeah, put up Easter. You're right. Okay, so what are you working on, Jeannie?
My one whip is, I'm still working on our Lasting Friendship Blackbird design.
Jeannie, Julie, and I are doing that because we're all friends. So, and we're doing it on Blackbird weekend.
And I'm doing on mine on 18 count antique white Ada. And this is my progress. And I think since the last time I'm down in the lower strip across the bottom, and I did the tree in the year. So I'm progressing across the bottom.
It's a beautiful sampler. It's just beautiful. And we're doing the Lori Holt conversion. She changed 4 of the threads, and you can find that on one of her YouTubes, recent ones. I'd say maybe 4 or 5 back. She talks about it and shows you, because she's doing it with a bunch of her friends too.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's the only work in progress.
And then this is my Lasting Friendship. I'm doing it on linen, 36 count linen, legacy. That's what it calls for. Move it up a little bit.
The thread conversion has red. I don't think the
Yes.
original ones have.
No, I don't think there's any red in the original one. So this just gives it a pop of color. I was really happy with the conversion. I really love it. It's beautiful.
Yes.
That's as far as I am on it. And then I'm doing WIPCO, so I'm doing 2 projects a month, and I do work on them 10 days a piece, and then I have extra days to do something else. So this month, my first WIPCO is called the Celtic Band Sampler. And it looks like that. It's beautiful. It's very long.
It says a little history, doesn't it?
Yes. And then I started it. We built this house about 18 years ago, and I started it, shortly after we built. And then I put it away. And so then now for WIPCO, I thought I wanted to pick it up again. And it's on 32 count vintage exemplar, and it is 2/2, which I really don't do anymore.
Called for a floss.
Yeah, it's all called floor floss, and that's what it looks like. And I'm done now for the month with this, but I still have 2 more spots to fill in inside, and then I get to move down another row. But that's what it looks like. It's beautiful fabric too. I forgot how pretty this fabric was. And I think that's all for what we're working on, and Jeannie has some finishes as usual. I have none.
Well, one other thing that we're working on is we're going to a class in Osage, Iowa, at the end of next month. It's a hands-on design class, and so we're doing our homework before. So we'll do some finishing at the class. The first part of what we have to do for the class is perforated paper. I don't have mine here, and so we'll wait and show you that when we get closer or we get more done. But perforated paper is not my choice of what to stitch on.
No, either is it with me. I'm not that thrilled with it.
But we're trying it, one and done.
One of it's hands-on design. She's coming, and it's a needle book, and that's the paper part. And then there's a pin cushion, which is a fabric part. And we're still waiting for the fabric to come. It hasn't come yet. And the class is the last weekend in April into May there. So we're hoping the fabric comes soon.
Yeah, so we have time for homework.
Right. So what I'm doing now is I'm using my extra days in WIPCO to work on that paper project this month. And hopefully I'll have it done, because then I want to start on my second 10-day WIPCO. So I have a few days to go here before I need to switch again. But I'm going to try to get at least the paper part done. Hopefully the fabric
Don't you
comes.
switch like this weekend?
I think so.
Yeah.
And if the fabric doesn't come, I mean, we have the whole month of April to get the fabric part done. So, but they ordered it and they said it hasn't come yet. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, now we move on to the exciting haul part.
Well, are we going to do finishes first?
Oh yes, you have finishes. I do not. Good old Jeannie and her finishes. I forgot. I'll be your holder.
Okay. Okay. What happened to the board?
It went away.
Okay, my first finish is in this project bag, and it is Country French Spring Basket by JBW Design, and I did it on some mystery white or yellow.
It's a really pale yellow. It's kind of coming across as white on here, but it is. It's a really pretty, almost butter yellow a little bit. It's pale. It's very pretty.
And I use DMC 3348, 2 threads over 1. Hey, there we go.
I found it.
And then the next one is Sand Dollar, EJV Designs. And I'm doing this on 18 count Changing Skies by Garibaldi Needleworks. Again, Ada. And I'm using Cloud by Classic Colorworks.
That's beautiful.
And that lives in a Laurie Holt bag.
We went to our local quilt store, the Noble Quilter, and she had the panels for the bag and the zipper. So we were very excited. She only had 2 left, so we each got one. It was very exciting because we were looking for them.
This next word is Blackbird Designs Blackbird. It's 3rd in the Magical Mystery Tour. And I don't know what Ada that is, but I'm using Classic Colorworks Blackbird.
Blackbird, blackbird, blackbird.
Yes. And that was living in another Lori Holt bag, and I did the little zipper pull. Her daughter Cassidy gives a tutorial on those. So, and then I have Gathering Clover, it's called. It's a Luminous Fiber Arts.
This is very, very cute. Very cute.
And it is 18 count latte by Fiber on a Whim, and I use sulky number 1271 1/1. And that was my first go around with stitching 1/1 since I do 16 and 18 count Aida. I like this. I didn't do the pattern to do with the buttons. I did it all cross stitch. And that was living in my quilted bag that I used a dresser scarf for, made into a pocket.
That's very cute.
So
Very, very, very cute.
that's it for my finishes. I do not have any fully finishes
Neither do I.
in cross stitch.
Okay, so now we'll move on to haul. Over Super Bowl Sunday, Silver Needle Quilt Shop Cross Stitch store has 20% off.
Online.
Yep, online over the weekend. So I ordered a bunch of charts and accessories and genie lamps because it's 20% off. Why not?
And keep in mind, this is before she went on nurse duty
Oh, yes.
when her husband broke his foot and had surgery. So she wasn't getting compensated yet for her.
But that's why I did the 20% off.
She was saving money. There you go.
And I guess, update, he's got 2 weeks left before we go to the doctor for x-rays and see if he can start walking again. So we're on the end
To
of it.
see if he can get the clear
Yeah,
to start walking, even though
He's
he
been
might be walking on it.
He walks on it. You know, guys. Guys are guys. This is by Brenda Gervais. It's called Project Quarantine, Stay Home and Stitch. I thought that one was cute. And I thought it was cute a while ago, but I had other things to get. So this one is by the Scarlet House. It says it's a sampler grows, and it says inch by inch, row by row, X's make my sampler grow. And then on the back of the scissor fob, it says reap what you sow. So there's that. A sampler grows. That's very cute. And this one again by the Scarlet House. It's Pumpkin Pumpkin. It says pumpkin pumpkin on the vine. How'd you get so very fine? And Jeannie decorates her house seasonally. I quit a long time ago because I like the way things are all the time. I don't know how to describe that any other way. But since I got back into cross stitch, I'll be putting out pin keeps and stuff if I ever get them done. Here's Clementine by Plum Street, and I have Willow. She's white and black, so I think I may change the kitty color. But that's cute.
You bought a tree last year to start hanging some
I did.
cross stitch on.
Yep, I haven't put it up yet though. I have to have at least one thing to hang on, right? These are by Erica Michael. She did a bunch of berries and they're Christmassy, and this is Silent Night. It's berries or a pin keep. You get to choose. That one's Silent Night. This one is Deck the Halls. This one is Joy to the World. This is by Brenda Gervais. It's called Sampler Hill. It's a sampler, of course.
You know, when you get your things done, when you finish like your samplers and stuff, you're gonna have to redo a wall or someplace to hang them. Do you have any?
I have walls with pictures on that I'll take the pictures down.
Okay, I was gonna say because you got to take something down because you don't have.
I have rooms with empty walls.
Oh, do you go in those rooms?
Yes, I do. I go in every room of my house every day, but I do have empty walls. But there's quite a few pictures I have, especially upstairs, that have pictures on the wall. I'll take them down. Absolutely. This is Witch's Night Out by Brenda Gervais. Here's the picture.
You almost need to go someplace for a month and do nothing but stitch.
I do.
No more nursing.
No.
No more cooking
I
or
hope
cleaning.
I don't have any more nursing after 2 weeks. I'm done being a nurse. I don't want to be. I retired 3 years ago. No nurse. I don't want to be a nurse anymore. Queen of the Needle by Brenda Gervais. Proper Stitcher's doing this. Tuesdays she does Tomato Tuesdays, so she's doing this as a Tomato Tuesday. Thought it was very cute. This is Barbara Anna Designs, the Snooty Parrot sampler.
They do look snooty, don't they?
Yeah, they do. But boy, that's pretty. This is by Fox and Rabbit called Sarah Hayward, 1859.
There's a little bit of floss in there.
Just a little. I love that border. That border's going to take forever. Intense. This is Mary Pilgrim Sampler Pillow and Needle Rest by Abby Rose Designs. It looks springy to me. I like that. This is Halloween Quaker. A lot of people are doing these. This Leela Studio. Love the colors. If I can find the right fabric, that'd be gorgeous. This is Threadwork Primitives, Beggar's Valentine, and she does a lot of the beggars. This is, I think, the only one I have. But it always has a black crow in it. I think there's one with, has a shamrock. This is Threadwork Primitives, My Treasures. And it says, My treasures were I had such friends. It's just a tiny little sampler.
I've got that one at home, ready to.
Yep, that's very cute. This is Jack's urn, and it's Halloween, and I have a little grandson, Jack, but boy, that urn is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Who's that one by?
Kathy Barrick.
Oh, okay.
And this is traditional sampler chart. It's called Time and Season. It's Moira, M-O-I-R-A, Moira Blackburn. That's another sampler. I love samplers. I need 2 arms. Can I have 2 arms? And then hello.
2 more, you mean? Mm-hmm. You have 2 arms.
I know, but 2. I mean 2 sets.
Oh,
okay. 2 sets. 2 sets. So I have 4 hands going at once. These are by Hello from Liz Matthews, and she's doing these Christmas trees. And Jeannie and I have been collecting these flower frogs. They're glass and they're little. And she puts the tree in there, so we're going to make some trees and have a forest.
Yes.
This is the first day. This is the second. This is the third. Whoops, should I flip that so you can see it says third? There's the third. I think Steph is doing the first one.
I don't think.
But she's not making it into a tree. She's doing it as a sampler. And this is the 5th, and I ordered the 6th from Market. It hasn't come yet. So this is number 5.
That's going to be fun.
They will be fun. And then I have turtles, and I rescue turtles. And Liz from Country Stitchers was going to do these. And it's there's a pin cushion, a needle book, and a little pocket. It says pocket. And they're turtles. I thought they were cute, so I'll at least make one. And then from Country Sampler, I got in on this on their second
edition? Go round?
I guess, second go round. It's called This Happy Morning. A lot of people have been showing this. But boy, don't you just love that when they do that? Look at those colors. They're
Those
just beautiful.
greens.
I'm looking at the reds. And then Country Sampler had a couple openings in their Stacy Nash drum. It's a monthly thing. And so her first one is Wonderful Life Pin Keep. I think Carol showed this and somebody else showed it too. But again, they kit everything up so beautiful. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. Mm-hmm. I told Jeannie you should have a pegboard and hang these all backwards on your pegboard. You'd have quite a beautiful pegboard.
You'd have to take something off the wall.
I would have to take something. And this one is the second one, Faded Garden Pin Keep Drum. Again, Stacy Nash. I don't know if they have any more openings or not. I got an email saying they had an opening. And then I don't know if this is if they're all going to be the same size, but this is the tray that you got. At first we weren't supposed to get it. She said that she wasn't going to be able to get them, but then all of a sudden it arrived with it, so they must have got them.
Is it metal?
Yeah, it's metal.
Nice.
Right.
Kind of goes with everything in her shop. Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, we've been there a couple times, right? And then I have just now started getting stuff from Market. So the first thing I got was a Heart Remembers, and she laughed.
Well, Market now, she's starting to get paid for her nursing.
Yes,
so that's
yes. So this is nursing pay.
yes.
And this is Humming of the Bees. I don't know. I think I'm a pretty cheap nurse if you add up the dollars.
Well, it's not all here yet.
No, it's not.
It's 24-hour care, so yes, I think you should go back on.
Here's Seasons of the Heart by Brenda Gervais, and these are 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, winter. And again, you've seen them.
So with those little tags, can you also cross-stitch the season on? Or do you just continue the border? Or?
She says you can continue the border. I suppose if you wanted to chart it out, you certainly could write the word in there. Why not? You're good at that kind of stuff. Rejoice Evermore by Brenda Gervais. This is beautiful. Love those blue birds.
The curtains.
Yeah, and they have curtains in the window, but I love anything blue. Blue and red. And then this is my favorite. It's by Antique Sampler Reproduction, Cross Stitch Antiques. It's called I Had a Father Kind and True. And I love my dad. And I was looking for a sampler for quite a while to do for my dad. So I was very happy that this came out. And somebody showed it on FlossTube before we could get it. And they said that the fabric was 46 count old sheep by XJude Design. So I ordered it right away so that I would get it. Because I thought, boy, once this comes out, you're not going to find it anywhere.
So that's an antique reproduction.
Yes. And it's big. And then $4.91 by $4.86.
Oh my!
And then it has 18.
That's your whip go for a year.
Yeah, it has 18 silks. So I ordered the 18 silks.
That's
too.
a nice
So
tribute.
I'm very, very excited about this one, and I think I'm going to swap out one of my whip goes to start this because I am so excited about that. I can hardly stand it. And then this was from Acorns and Thread. Heartstring sampler. It's called Winter Comes. I think it was specifically from Acorns and Thread that was an exclusive, and I got the lighter one, not the black. I got the lighter one. And then this is from Sampler Bird Stitchery on Etsy, and it's a scissor fob, and it has beads, and then a little pin keep, and then a tomato. And then she gives you the whole kit. And she's been out of them for quite a while, and she just got them back in, so I ordered one because they were so cute when I saw them the first time. So that will be kind of fun. And then I joined a club it's called Crazy Annie's Stitching on Facebook, and she's doing monthly little Christmas stockings.
12 days.
12 days, and it's from Annie B's, so this is the first day.
Okay, this pattern has been willowified. You got to show the top of the...
Willow, my cat, she likes to chew on plastic.
Oh, we better be careful. She might hear her name and come
she'll
running.
Come running. I'm hoping she's taking a nap. Because in the first video, she bombed us a few times.
We are redoing... This is our second take at this, so... Yes.
We were
not because of Willow.
No, it was because everything was reversed. I don't know why. We figured it out. This is the second day. Second, two turtle doves. And this is the third, 3 French hens. And it comes once a month.
So you should be stitching these each month, huh? Keep up?
Yes. So you see a willified and a non-willified.
She hasn't gotten to them yet.
No, she hasn't. If they're out, I don't know. She just likes to chew on plastic. And this is from Hands On Design. It's called Well Rounded.
That'd be fun.
Yep, those are fun. Okay, I think that's it. Yes?
For real? That has come in the mail so far.
Yeah. Well, Market, there's more coming. I'm so excited about Market. I can hardly stand it.
Okay. All right, now, and mine is, we're not going to be here long. But,
as long.
As long. This is JBW Designs Beach Bound.
Oh, there, that's pretty small. Can you see that? Let's see if I can zone in here.
Okay, and then I belong to Lori Holt's Be My Bonnet stitch cards, so I got set L, those 4 little cards, and then the monthly 9 patch. I did February and March, so I thought, well, I better have January on hand. These are just so fun to do and quick. And then April. And there is a May.
May's pretty.
And June. And I don't know if she has any more out yet. I haven't seen them in. I got these at 1, 2, 3 Stitch. So, and then I want to do a berry. I don't know if it's going to be this one. There's some 1/1, so I don't know, being an Ada Stitch, if I can do that. It's Erica Michael's sampler berry. And that little one is done on silk gauze. So that would be...
I have to look and see what that is.
I don't know if that's on my bucket list or not. We both got the Twin Peak Primitives
Patriotic book.
ornament book. Yes, I got mine at the Daily Stitcher. So those are going to be fun.
I did mine PDF.
And then I am a Patreon of Teresa Colgate. Love her design. So this one is Beyond Measure. And it says, a gift from one's heart is a treasure beyond measure.
And those you have to be a Patreon to get.
Yes. And then Robin's Garden. I think this is so springy. Now, I haven't seen a robin yet. My husband said he has. But
yeah.
Again, today it's below freezing. The morning started out below freezing. It is now, I think it's above freezing. No sun this afternoon.
No, and it's Friday, and by Sunday we're supposed to be at 60. So in Minnesota, you get pretty excited when
What? A week, 10 days ago, we were below 0?
Yep. And almost every night we've been below 0. It's just been terrible. So snow's a melting.
Yeah, and puddling.
Yes.
So then I was, with everything going on in the world in Ukraine and stuff, and they said one of the ways to support them is to go on their Etsy shops and do a PDF, and then that way, you both get. So I did. Now, I don't know if this Easter egg here just says X049. It doesn't really say the designer, but I went in on the Stitchy Princess. Her face or Etsy, and it kind of referred me, or how it all kind of runs together. Here's one by the Stitchy Princess Rabbits, and then this one here too just says ornament number 462.
Kind regards, Axenia.
So this I thought would be fun either as is or little individual pin keeps. Wouldn't that be fun to have a dough bowl full of those?
Yeah, it would be. That would be fun.
Or ornaments. You could have a tree, but it's blue.
Yes, it is.
And then JP cross stitch pattern. It's pumpkin. I like to do one color thread like that. That's kind of nice to take or do. And then this one is Springtime Blossom. And this is Stitches Through the Years. It's also a Ukrainian. So that's my haul for cross stitch.
Oh, I also from Silver Needle I ordered some Lady Dot Creates, just the trim. And this one is Jack and it's chenille. That's Jack. This is vintage chenille. This says vintage. It's got some staining on it. This is Union Blue. Blue is my favorite.
There's about 3 yards in there?
Yeah, there's 3 yards in each. These are the baby rickrack, and this is called Thundercloud. Vintage. I'm thinking. See, I'm preparing for finishes.
Yeah.
This is red dot. I tell you, I'm gonna when I have a finish on, I'm gonna do a dance. She won't, but I will. It'd be like Tom Hanks in Castaway, where he has fire. I have fire. I'm gonna dance. This is Sizzle. Again, it's the baby rickrack, and this is Storm Blue baby rickrack.
So stay tuned for the dance.
Yes, stay tuned for the dance. There's gonna be one, I promise you.
Did you show that little kit?
Oh, the little kit. This is from Silver Needle also, and it was a whole kit. It's called Quaker House Token. And it's just cute. And it has, I know you can't see it, but the whole kit is in there. Thread, linen.
That is cute.
And the thread is silk.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that was a good, I mean, I've tried silk a little bit, so. Okay. I think that might be it for cross stitch.
Yep, for this.
For this time. So those of you who don't want to stick around for quilting, it was nice that you stopped by, and please
Like and subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe. Thank you.
So we can come back and have a number 4.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to move on to quilting. Finishes, fully finished.
That's you?
That's me. I was asked to do a baby quilt for a friend. So I did this quilt. It was a kit, and it's called Just Ducky, and it's all flannel. Everything, the back, front, even the binding is flannel. And the ducks I did fusible webbing, and then I satin stitched.
Even the eyes.
Yep, even the eyes, because they suggested buttons, but with the baby I didn't want buttons. So it's very cute.
And it was mother approved.
Mother approved, yes. Mother picked it out.
The
mother
baby's
of the
mom,
baby.
yep.
And it's a little girl. So then I found this little panel, and I made her a little receiving blanket. And the center is a little girl. There's like jammies and stuff. And then there's an alphabet at the top.
And a receiving blanket, you don't use batting.
No. And the back says baby girl. You just put 2 pieces of flannel
Wrong sides together.
wrong sides together, and you just put binding around it. And I mean, my oldest grandson is 19, and they still have his, and I mean, they get used a lot.
Yeah, and they wash and wear good.
Oh, so nice. And then I mean, another one, and this one was bigger, because we make the bigger ones as they get older. They can use as a light blanket, even when they're 1 or 2, for taking a little nap, or on the floor to put toys on.
Mm-hmm.
That's the back. And my granddaughter was 10. She puts it on the floor when she plays Polly Pocket, and then she can just throw all the pieces back in the bucket. They aren't all over the floor then.
Or get into the carpet fibers.
Right. So they get used a lot. And then these.
Our project rolls.
Yes.
We made these according to Vanna Pfeiffer's tutorial for project roll. Leanne did hers according to the instructions.
Yep.
I made mine with pre-quilted fabric, so I had to put a binding on it. And Leanne did hers with the instructions.
I quilted mine just diagonally. Can you see it like there? There. Yep.
And then it is so that now I've got a project in mine. We'll have so they just roll up so that they stay flat and no creases. Really nice.
Very nice.
So that was another Vanna's tutorial. Really informative, step by step everything.
She does excellent tutorials. And I've seen where a lot of people even store their finished cross-stitch samplers in those until they get them fully finished or framed or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it keeps them really nice. It does a very nice job.
And it calls for a mailing tube for the structure of it, kind of cardboard, and then you cover it. I've also seen another one done with the foam wrapping for pipes, and they put a dowel in. Or a pool noodle would work the same, but you put a dowel in to give it the structure.
Right, to keep it straight so it doesn't, because over time those things bend. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's very good. And I got mine at Joann's. I was buying vinyl, and the lady was putting it on a tube, and she was sorting through the tubes, and I saw a nice size round tube, and I said, "Can you put on that tube, please?" And she said, "Sure." So, cost of vinyl, I got a free tube.
yes.
And it was big enough I can make probably 2 more of those. That's how long it was. So,
Yeah.
okay, so now we go on to quilting haul.
Yes.
Okay, I got the Dear Jane book. I watch Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, and that's Olivia, and she loves Civil War fabric, and so do I. So boy, anything she shows, it's like wow. But she's doing a Dear Jane quilt with her friend, and I've always wanted to do one, so I bought the book, and I'm gonna try to do a few blocks every month. So you'll start seeing those as I get them done.
From your stash?
From my stash, absolutely. Maybe someday I'll give you a tour of my fabric closet.
The vault.
Yeah, the vault. This is Block Bonanza, designed by Sarah J, and it's using the rose fabric from Joe Morton. And Olivia is doing this too. I think she's doing it by the month. She has a monthly club, and I think she gets 4 a month. I bought the whole kit. So I'm going to start working on this too, because I've been quilting for 37 years, and I don't have a quilt on my bed. So what I did is I told my family I'm taking a 2-year moratorium. I'm not making anybody any quilts except for me. Good old me. And I want to get some on my... She has like 1 a month she puts on her bed, or every other month, or seasons, or...
Boat, yeah.
Yeah. I have zero. So that'll be exciting. But this is the kit. You get it in a box. It's kind of cool that you get them in boxes now. You always just get them in plastic bags.
All packaged up.
All nice and packaged.
Wow.
And there's all the fabric in it. It's beautiful. So I'm very excited. And Olivia texted me and said it's very fun and it's beautiful. So I am going to start working on this because this will make me happy.
You need a whip-go for your quilting.
I do. Well, that would be an excellent idea. I might start that.
Each number could be Leanne's bed quilt, Leanne's wall hanging, Leanne's next bed quilt. It could just be...
I have 4 quilts for my bed. We used to have a queen size, now we have a king size, and so I did take apart a couple of quilts and turn them into king size, and then I made a couple of quilts now that are king size, and I do have them layered. They're in my quilting room ready to be quilted. So it isn't like I'm starting from scratch. I do have, they're done. I just have to quilt them.
Well, you could just check that number off the whip-go.
I could. It'd be fun. I don't think I have anything to do. I think that's it.
Okay, and I do have a haul. It's going to be, okay, this is the pattern, not the fabric. So I'm going to use that pattern.
And then I'll show them the back with my hands covering up the pen. But this is, you buy a panel, so that pinkish, peachish middle is your panel, and then the rest is like borders, and there's like, I don't know, flying geese in the corners.
Yeah, so then
Or half square triangles.
this will be the center panel. It's kind of fallish, but the draw for me is it has a male and female pheasant on it. And since we moved to the country last spring when we were there, just starting, we would hear this pheasant, mating season, whatever. So my son at one point went on YouTube and got the mating call of a pheasant, and so he was talking. And we just decided male pheasants, so it's Earl. That's it. Okay, so Earl's been around, and we kind of put some crack corn out during the winter and stuff. So we've seen Earl, and he's been with 3 women at one time. So, and then this is the rest of the kit. So it will be these colors.
That's beautiful. That'll be a really nice fall one.
Yeah. So I will have.
Is this the binding, the plaid?
Maybe. So that's my haul. I'll have to start working on Earl.
And then this year is the first year for the All Minnesota Shop Hop, and we each got a magazine. I think they're $9.95 at your local quilt store, and this is actually your ticket if you're going to do the Minnesota Shop Hop. They have it divided into 4 regions.
And so when you go to a shop, they'll give you a stamp, and if you get them all stamped from a certain section, you're eligible for prizes.
Right, there's your. So we're going to try to at least get 1 region done, if not a couple. See how we do. With gas prices, it'll be interesting to see how far we travel. But
Well, and it's also interesting because the regions go from east to west, so the state is kind of sliced in 4. We do another one. The state does another one in August, and there's more regions, but they're more blocked off. Like there might be a northeast region.
right. Right.
So we'll see how this goes. But
and then I think there's 4 patterns in the magazine, 4 or 5, and they're using the Shop Hop fabric, but the Shop Hop fabric hasn't come yet, and they're a little worried about that. They think it might even still be on a ship or something. So here's another pattern. But if you wanted, try for prizes, you have to buy the book and get your stamp stamped everywhere you go. So I'm trying not to lose mine. Keep it safe and handy.
yeah, so that should be fun. We'll be out and about next. Well, the threads will be on the loose.
Yes, and it's April and May, so we're going to try to grab our friend Julie and do at least 1 trip, if not a couple. And then Jeannie does punch needle, so she's got a little bit of punch needle to show you.
I have some finish and a fully finished. So this first one is Primitive Gatherings Friendship Star, and it has you use 3 strands of Aldani floss. Here is the pattern. And then the second one is Threads That Bind, and it's called Log Shoot. And so it's kind of like the log cabins. And I found this metal frame, would you?
Yeah.
I guess at a flea market one time, and thought I could use it for this. Didn't know what I was going to use it for, but found this. So
That's beautiful.
that is my fully finished. I like the punch needle. It's easy to take. You don't need magnification and things like that, so it's just something different to do. But yeah, and these have been living in Lori Holt bag.
Yes.
So
Okay.
yeah.
I think that's it, kiddo. I don't have anything else if you don't.
Nope, I think we're done.
So if you guys already have spring, congratulations.
Yeah.
We're waiting. So, well,
But we have moisture going into the ground.
yes, we do. That's good. Green grass.
Maybe. Yeah, I got mud because we haven't, with the new house, we haven't done any of that.
Oh,
But
yeah, lots of mud.
yeah, so hopefully,
Yeah, so we'll see you in a 3 weeks again.
yes. And please like and subscribe.
Yes. See ya.
I'm Jeannie,
I'm Leanne.
and we're the
Loose
Thread
Thread Stitchers.
Bye-bye.